Have you ever noticed how some people seem to effortlessly attract success, wealth, and happiness into their lives? It's as if they have a magic touch, turning everything they do into gold. Meanwhile, others struggle, working hard but never quite reaching their goals. What if I told you there's a hidden principle that separates these two groups? A principle so powerful it can completely transform your life, yet so simple you might overlook it. This isn't about positive thinking or visualizing your dreams. It's about something much deeper and more fundamental. The principle I'm talking about is called the mirror principle, and it has the potential to revolutionize the way you interact with the world around you. Unlike many self-help techniques that focus on external actions or strategies, this principle is all about who you become on the inside. It's about shaping your inner world in a way that naturally and inevitably leads to the manifestation of your desires in the outer world. Think about it for a moment. How many times have you set a goal, worked hard towards it, only to find yourself falling short or worse, moving in the opposite direction? Maybe you've tried to increase your income, improve your relationships, or achieve a long-held dream, but despite your best efforts, you keep hitting the same walls. The mirror principle explains why this happens and, more importantly, how to break free from this frustrating cycle. Now here's where things get really interesting. The mirror principle teaches us that if you don't change internally, nothing external will change. This might sound simple, but it's a profound truth that most people miss. We're often so focused on changing our circumstances, our jobs, our relationships, or our bank accounts that we forget the most important element: ourselves. Let's say you want to become a millionaire. You might think the path to wealth involves finding the right business opportunity, making smart investments, or working longer hours. But according to the mirror principle, none of that matters if you don't first become a millionaire in your mind. This means adopting the mindset, beliefs, and inner qualities of someone who naturally attracts and creates wealth. This principle applies to every area of life. Want a loving relationship? You need to embody love and self-worth internally before you can attract it externally. Dreaming of a successful career? You must cultivate the inner qualities of a successful person first. The outer world is merely a reflection of your inner reality. But here's the catch. This process of inner transformation isn't always comfortable. It requires you to confront your own demons, face your limiting beliefs, and challenge the stories you've been telling yourself about who you are and what you're capable of. It's about looking in the mirror, not the physical mirror, but the mirror of your mind, and being honest about what you see. This is where many people falter. It's much easier to blame our circumstances, other people, or bad luck for our lack of success. It's more comfortable to jump from one get-rich-quick scheme to another, hoping to find that magic bullet that will solve all our problems. But the mirror principle asks us to do something much harder, to take full responsibility for our reality, and to acknowledge that the source of our problems and our solutions lies within us. Confronting your inner world can be intimidating. You might uncover beliefs you didn't even know you had, like "I'm not good enough," or "money is the root of all evil." You might realize that you've been sabotaging your own success out of fear or a misguided sense of unworthiness. This process of self-discovery can be uncomfortable, even painful at times. But here's the good news. Once you start this journey of inner transformation, the results can be nothing short of miraculous. As you begin to shift your inner landscape, you'll start to notice small changes in your external reality. These might be subtle at first, a new opportunity here, a positive interaction there, but they're signs that the mirror principle is at work. Remember, the mirror of reality doesn't judge. It doesn't care if your beliefs are positive or negative, empowering or limiting. It simply reflects back to you the content of your inner world. This means that by consciously choosing to cultivate positive, empowering beliefs and a rich inner life, you're setting in motion a powerful force for positive change in your external reality. The process of inner change isn't always linear or quick. Just like it takes time for a seed to grow into a tree, it takes time for your inner shifts to fully manifest in your outer world. This is where patience and persistence come in. You need to hold on to your new beliefs and inner state even when the external evidence hasn't caught up yet. Think of it like this. If you've spent years or decades holding certain beliefs about yourself and the world, it's going to take some time to rewire your brain and establish new patterns. But every time you choose to think, feel, and act in alignment with your desired reality, you're strengthening those new neural pathways. You're literally reshaping your brain to support your new, empowered identity. As you continue on this journey of inner transformation, you'll likely encounter resistance. This might come in the form of doubt, fear, or old habits trying to reassert themselves. This is normal and even expected. It's your old self, your old identity fighting to survive. But with awareness and persistence, you can move through this resistance and emerge stronger on the other side. The mirror principle isn't about denying reality or pretending that everything is perfect when it's not. It's about understanding the profound connection between your inner and outer worlds and using that understanding to create lasting, meaningful change. It's about becoming an active creator of your life rather than a passive recipient of circumstances. As you delve deeper into this principle, you'll discover that it's not just about manifesting material success or achieving specific goals. It's about aligning with your true self, uncovering your innate potential, and living a life of purpose and fulfillment. It's about creating a rich, vibrant inner world that naturally gives rise to a rich, vibrant outer experience. The journey of inner transformation is one of the most rewarding and empowering journeys you can embark on. It's a journey that will challenge you, inspire you, and ultimately lead you to a life beyond what you might have thought possible. And the best part? This journey is available to everyone, regardless of their current circumstances or background. The power to change your life lies within you, waiting to be awakened. So, are you ready to step into this new way of being? Are you ready to harness the power of the mirror principle and become the conscious creator of your reality? The journey begins with a single step, a decision to look within and start the process of inner change. The world you see around you is waiting to transform, reflecting back to you the magnificent being you truly are. The mirror reflection, understanding your reality. Imagine for a moment that the entire world around you is one giant mirror. Every person you meet, every situation you encounter, every experience you have, they're all reflections of something within you. This is the essence of the mirror principle, and understanding it can radically change how you perceive and interact with the world. Think about the last time you had a bad day. Maybe you woke up feeling grumpy, and suddenly it seemed like everyone around you was in a bad mood too. The cashier at the coffee shop was rude, your coworkers were irritable, and even your usually cheerful friend seemed down. Was it just a coincidence that everyone was having a bad day, or was the world mirroring back your own internal state? The mirror principle suggests that what we see in the world is largely a reflection of our own beliefs, attitudes, and expectations. If you believe that people are generally kind and helpful, you're more likely to notice and attract kind and helpful people into your life. If you believe that the world is a hostile place, you're more likely to encounter situations that confirm this belief. This doesn't mean that external events don't exist or that everything is just in your head. Rather, it suggests that your internal state acts as a filter through which you perceive and interpret the world. It also influences the energy you put out into the world, which in turn affects how others respond to you. Consider the example of two people applying for the same job. One goes into the interview feeling confident and qualified, believing they're the perfect fit for the position. The other is plagued by self-doubt, convinced they're not good enough. Even if both candidates have similar qualifications, their internal states will likely influence how they present themselves and how the interviewer perceives them. The power of this principle lies in its ability to shift responsibility and control back to you. Instead of feeling at the mercy of external circumstances, you begin to see how your inner world shapes your outer experiences. This realization can be both empowering and challenging. It's empowering because it means you have the ability to change your reality by changing yourself. But it's also challenging because it requires you to take full responsibility for your life experiences. Understanding the mirror principle doesn't mean you should blame yourself for every negative thing that happens in your life. Instead, it invites you to approach your experiences with curiosity and self-reflection. When you encounter challenging situations or people, ask yourself, what might this be reflecting back to me about my own beliefs or attitudes? What can I learn from this? As you begin to view your life through the lens of the mirror principle, you may start to notice patterns you hadn't seen before. Perhaps you realize that your difficulties in relationships stem from a deep-seated belief that you're unlovable. Or maybe you recognize that your financial struggles are connected to subconscious beliefs about money that you inherited from your parents. The key is to approach these realizations with compassion and a willingness to change. Remember, the goal isn't to berate yourself for past beliefs or experiences, but to use this awareness as a stepping stone to create positive change in your life. One of the most crucial aspects of working with the mirror principle is understanding the concept of delay. When you make a change in your inner world, shifting a belief, adopting a new attitude, or changing your self-image, it doesn't instantly manifest in your outer reality. This delay can be one of the biggest challenges for people working with manifestation principles, often leading to frustration and doubt. Think of it like planting a seed. When you plant a seed in the ground, you don't see immediate results. For a while, it might seem like nothing is happening at all. But beneath the surface, important changes are taking place. The seed is germinating, roots are growing, and the plant is preparing to break through the soil. It's only after this unseen process that you finally see the first shoots emerging from the ground. The same principle applies to the changes you make in your inner world. When you start to shift your beliefs or adopt a new mindset, you're planting seeds of change. But just like a physical seed, these mental and emotional seeds need time to take root and grow before they manifest visible changes in your external reality. This delay can be particularly challenging in our instant gratification culture. We're used to getting immediate results, and when we don't see instant changes in our lives after adopting new beliefs or practices, it's easy to get discouraged. You might start to doubt whether the principle really works or whether you're doing something wrong. But here's where patience becomes crucial. Just because you can't see immediate results doesn't mean nothing is happening. In fact, a lot is happening beneath the surface. Your subconscious mind is processing the new information. Your neural pathways are being rewired, and your energy is slowly shifting to align with your new beliefs and expectations. During this period of apparent inaction, it's essential to hold steady in your new beliefs and practices. This is where many people falter. They start with enthusiasm, adopting new positive beliefs and visualizing their desired reality. But when they don't see immediate results, they revert back to their old patterns of thinking and behaving. Imagine if a farmer planted a seed and then, not seeing any immediate growth, dug it up every day to check on it. The seed would never have a chance to grow. Similarly, if you constantly doubt and question your new beliefs, you don't give them the chance to take root and flourish. This is why consistency and persistence are so important in working with the mirror principle. You need to maintain your new beliefs and attitudes even when you don't see immediate evidence of change in your external reality. This doesn't mean blind faith or denial of your current circumstances. Rather, it's about holding the vision of what you're creating while acknowledging where you currently are. It's also important to note that change often happens gradually and subtly. You might not wake up one day to find your entire life transformed. Instead, you might start to notice small shifts, a chance encounter that leads to an opportunity, a new idea that solves a problem you've been struggling with, or a gradual improvement in your relationships or financial situation. These small changes are signs that your inner work is beginning to manifest in your outer reality. They're like the first green shoots emerging from the soil. When you notice these signs, celebrate them. Acknowledging and appreciating these small changes helps to reinforce your new beliefs and accelerates the manifestation process. Remember, too, that the timeline for manifestation can vary greatly depending on what you're working to create and how deeply ingrained your old beliefs were. Some changes might manifest relatively quickly, while others, especially big life changes or shifts in long-held beliefs, might take more time. The key is to trust the process and keep your focus on your inner work. Continue to nurture your new beliefs, visualize your desired reality, and act in alignment with the person you're becoming. As you do this consistently over time, you'll start to see more and more evidence of your inner changes reflected in your outer world. One of the most transformative aspects of the mirror principle is understanding the power of where you place your attention. The mirror of reality doesn't just reflect your beliefs and attitudes, it reflects what you focus on. This means that by consciously directing your attention towards the positive aspects of your life and the outcomes you desire, you can start to shift your reality in powerful ways. This concept is often misunderstood. It's not about denying the existence of challenges or pretending that everything in your life is perfect when it's not. Rather, it's about understanding that what you consistently focus on tends to expand in your experience. Think about it this way. Have you ever decided to buy a particular model of car and suddenly you start seeing that car everywhere? The cars were always there, but you never noticed them before because they weren't important to you. Your new interest brought them into your awareness. This same principle applies to all aspects of your life. If you constantly focus on what's wrong in your life, the bills you can't pay, the job you hate, the relationship problems you're having, you're training your mind to notice more of these negative aspects. The mirror of reality picks up on this focus and reflects back more situations that match this negative attention. On the other hand, when you consciously choose to focus on the positive aspects of your life, the things you're grateful for, the progress you're making towards your goals, the good qualities in your relationships, you start to notice more positive experiences. The mirror of reality responds by reflecting back more situations that align with this positive focus. This doesn't mean ignoring problems or avoiding necessary action. If you have bills to pay, you still need to pay them. If there are issues in your relationship, they still need to be addressed. But it's about changing the overall tone of your attention from problem-focused to solution-focused, from lack to abundance, from what's wrong to what's right. Gratitude practice. Regularly take time to appreciate what's good in your life, no matter how small. This trains your mind to notice the positive. Positive expectation. Instead of worrying about what might go wrong, practice expecting good outcomes. This doesn't mean you'll never face challenges, but it helps you approach situations with a more empowering mindset. Celebrating small wins. Acknowledge and celebrate your progress, no matter how small. This reinforces positive patterns and builds momentum. Reframing challenges. When faced with difficulties, try to find the opportunity or lesson within them. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How might this be beneficial in the long run? Visualizing desired outcomes. Regularly visualize yourself already having achieved your goals. This helps to align your subconscious mind with your desires. Affirmations. Use positive statements to reinforce the beliefs and realities you want to create. Remember to phrase these in the present tense as if they're already true. Surrounding yourself with positivity. Choose to spend time with positive people. Consume uplifting content, and create an environment that supports your goals and desired mindset. As you practice shifting your focus in this way, you may notice that your emotional state begins to change. You might feel more optimistic, more confident, and more at peace. This shift in your internal state then begins to influence your actions and decisions, which in turn starts to create tangible changes in your external reality. It's important to note that this isn't about forcing yourself to feel positive all the time or suppressing negative emotions. Negative emotions have their place and can provide valuable information and motivation for change. The key is not to dwell in negativity or let it become your default state. When negative emotions or situations arise, acknowledge them, learn from them if there's a lesson to be learned, but then consciously choose to shift your focus back to what you want to create. It's this conscious choice, made consistently over time, that begins to reshape your reality. Remember, the mirror of reality is neutral. It doesn't judge whether your thoughts and focus are positive or negative. It simply reflects back what you consistently put out. By choosing to focus on the good stuff, on what you want, rather than what you don't want, you're essentially instructing the mirror to reflect back more positive experiences and opportunities. This practice of focused attention is a powerful tool in manifesting your desires. It helps to align your energy and actions with your goals, making you more likely to notice and take advantage of opportunities that support your desired outcomes. Over time, as you consistently practice this positive focus, you may be amazed at how your external reality begins to shift to match your inner vision. Create, don't just watch, becoming the active creator of your reality. One of the most empowering aspects of the mirror principle is the realization that you are not merely a passive observer of your life, but an active creator. Most people go through life reacting to circumstances, feeling as though they are at the mercy of external forces. They watch their lives unfold as if they're spectators in their own story. But the mirror principle invites you to step into the role of the protagonist, the director, and even the scriptwriter of your life. This shift from passive observer to active creator is profound. It's about recognizing that you have the power to shape your reality through your thoughts, beliefs, and actions. Instead of waiting for life to happen to you, you begin to consciously create the life you desire. The process starts with getting clear about what you want. Many people struggle with this step because they've spent so much time focusing on what they don't want or what they think they should want based on societal expectations. Take time to really reflect on what you truly desire in all areas of your life: career, relationships, personal growth, health, and more. Once you have a clear vision of what you want, the next step is to align your inner world with that vision. This is where the real work begins. You need to become the person who would naturally have the life you desire. If you want a successful business, you need to cultivate the mindset, habits, and skills of a successful entrepreneur. If you want a loving relationship, you need to embody the qualities of someone who naturally attracts and maintains healthy relationships. This process of becoming is not about pretending or putting on a false front. It's about genuine inner transformation. It's about identifying the beliefs, attitudes, and behaviors that align with your desired reality and integrating them into your being. This might involve challenging and changing long-held beliefs about yourself and the world. It might require developing new skills or habits. It often means stepping out of your comfort zone and taking actions that your old self might have found intimidating. As you engage in this process of inner and outer alignment, you'll likely encounter resistance. This resistance can come in many forms: self-doubt, fear, procrastination, or even external challenges. Remember, this resistance is normal. It's a sign that you're pushing against the boundaries of your current reality and creating space for something new. The key is to keep moving forward despite this resistance. Every time you choose your new beliefs over your old ones, every time you take action aligned with your goals despite your fears, you're reinforcing your new reality. You're telling the mirror of reality, "This is who I am now. This is what I'm creating." it's important to approach this process with patience and self-compassion. Transforming your inner world and consequently your outer reality is not an overnight process. There will be setbacks and moments of doubt, but each step forward, no matter how small, is progress. Celebrate these small victories and use them as fuel to keep moving forward. As you continue on this journey of active creation, you'll likely start to notice synchronicities and opportunities aligning with your goals. These are signs that your inner work is beginning to manifest in your outer world. When these opportunities arise, it's crucial to take inspired action. The mirror of reality responds not just to your thoughts and beliefs, but also to your actions. Remember, creating your reality is not about controlling every aspect of your life or forcing outcomes. It's about setting a clear intention, aligning your inner world with that intention, and then remaining open and responsive to the opportunities and paths that unfold. Sometimes the way your desires manifest might look different from what you initially imagined. Stay open to these possibilities and trust in the process. To illustrate the power of the mirror principle, let me share a personal experience. A few years ago, I found myself stuck in a job that left me feeling unfulfilled and undervalued. I had always dreamed of starting my own business, but fear and self-doubt held me back. I was constantly focusing on all the reasons why I couldn't succeed. My lack of business experience, the competitive market, my financial constraints. As I learned about the mirror principle, I realized that my outer circumstances were simply reflecting my inner beliefs and focus. I was creating a reality that confirmed my fears and limitations. I decided it was time for a change. I started by working on my inner world. I challenged my limiting beliefs about my capabilities and worth. I began visualizing myself as a successful entrepreneur, feeling the excitement and fulfillment of running my own business. I started consuming content related to entrepreneurship and connecting with like-minded individuals. At first, nothing seemed to change externally, but I kept at it, trusting the process. Gradually, I began to notice small shifts. I felt more confident in my abilities. I started seeing opportunities where before I only saw obstacles. A colleague introduced me to a mentor who had successfully started their own business. As I continued to work on my inner transformation and took inspired action, more significant changes began to unfold. An unexpected freelance opportunity came my way, allowing me to gain experience and build my portfolio. I connected with a potential business partner whose skills complemented mine perfectly. It wasn't always smooth sailing. There were moments of doubt and setbacks along the way, but I kept returning to my inner work, reminding myself of who I was becoming and what I was creating. Today, I run a successful business that aligns with my passions and values. Looking back, I can clearly see how my inner transformation led to the creation of my new reality. The mirror principle wasn't about magically making my dreams come true overnight. It was about changing myself in a way that naturally led to the manifestation of my goals. This experience taught me the true power of the mirror principle. It showed me that by consciously shaping our inner world, we can indeed create profound changes in our outer reality. As we come to the end of our exploration of the mirror principle, it's clear that this powerful concept offers a transformative approach to manifestation and personal growth. Unlike quick-fix solutions or surface-level changes, the mirror principle invites us to engage in deep, meaningful inner work that can lead to lasting change in our external reality. We've discovered that the world around us is a reflection of our inner state, our beliefs, attitudes, and focus. By understanding this profound connection between our inner and outer worlds, we gain the power to consciously shape our reality. We've learned the importance of patience in this process, recognizing that there's often a delay between our inner shifts and their outer manifestation. We've explored the power of focusing on the positive aspects of our lives and our desired outcomes, understanding that what we consistently give our attention to tends to expand in our experience. And we've embraced the role of active creator in our lives, moving from passive observation to conscious creation. The mirror principle is not a magic wand that instantly transforms your life. It's a tool, a framework for understanding the relationship between your inner world and your outer reality. It requires consistent effort, self-reflection, and a willingness to challenge and change deep-seated beliefs and patterns. As you begin to apply the mirror principle in your own life, remember to be patient and kind with yourself. This is a journey of growth and transformation, and like any journey, it will have its ups and downs. Celebrate your progress, learn from your setbacks, and keep moving forward. The power to change your life lies within you. By consciously shaping your inner world, your thoughts, beliefs, and focus, you set in motion forces that can transform your outer reality in amazing ways. You have the ability to become the person you want to be and create the life you desire. So, take a moment now to reflect. What aspects of your life would you like to transform? What beliefs or patterns might be holding you back? How can you begin to shift your inner world to align with your dreams and goals? Remember, every journey begins with a single step. Your journey of transformation starts now in this very moment. Trust in the process, stay committed to your inner work, and watch as the mirror of reality begins to reflect back to you the magnificent life you're creating. The mirror is waiting. What will you choose to show it?